Good morning, Team Uplift. Hi, guys. We are back for day 2 of our New Rep Quick Start program. Today is all about the launch, all right? I am so excited hopping on with you guys today. If you did not get a chance to watch yesterday's video, all about committing to your business, go ahead and take some time to watch that. You can follow along with the checklist. I posted that in the comments of the video. And just like yesterday, if you guys have questions throughout this video, don't hesitate to just put them in the comments. If I don't get to them live, I will get to those as soon as we hop off. So, all right, you guys, today's topic is something that I think is the most exciting part about your business, and that is letting people know that you started this new venture. I've been getting a lot of questions lately from new reps especially, or those who kind of wanted to restart, relaunch their business. How am I supposed to do that right now? Should I wait? And we talked about this yesterday, but don't wait, you guys. You cannot wait. This is our new normal for who knows how long. Like it or not, this is what we're up against. If you wait until this summer, if you wait until this fall, you're going to lose momentum. You're going to lose excitement. Why not hit the ground running and just make it timely? Make it resonate with people in today's world, okay? So yesterday we talked about the importance of building relationships. That's what this business is all about. So what's going on in the world doesn't change that, all right? Remember that as we go through this today. Normally, when I talk about the launch, we talk about in-person launches and online. Obviously, that's not an option right now. We're just going to be really talking about the online launch, but I will talk to you about a few pointers if you're doing an in-person party when we can all do that again. All right? So, okay. When I first started Zaya, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm taking off my socks. When I first started Zaya, I didn't have a launch. I didn't really let people know that my doors were open for business. I funneled people into my VIP group and I started sharing from there, but I didn't really have a plan of attack. I didn't really give anybody a call to action, so don't be me. We're going to talk about all the ways to not be me today, okay? So, first of all, we're going to talk about our invites. So, you are going to want to personally reach out to your friends and family first. If you make a teaser post like the one that we talked about yesterday, kind of that exciting things are coming, something's in the works, I guarantee you that the likes, the comments, the messages that you get from that teaser post are going to be your immediate circle of your friends and family who want to support you and love you no matter what. They're here for you. So I would say to start with those people, reach out to them personally. Thank them for taking the time to check out what you've got going on. Let them know what you've done. Let them know that you've partnered with this activewear startup out of Utah, that you're so excited to share it with your friends, and that you have this private little group going where you're going to be sharing all of your favorite pieces and really building a community from there. And funnel them into that group. Just send them the link that they can join, or you could ask them if it's okay to add them to your group, and then they can choose to accept that request to join. After you've kind of gone through those first, that first like little circle, your little trust tree circle, then I feel like you can go ahead and post some blanket invites on social media. Depending on the engagement that you're getting in that teaser post, you can post a link to your group in the comments. You can message anybody else that you think would be interested in hearing about it and kind of go from there. But the point is, you want to take as much of your business. Well, and there's differing opinions about this, you guys. I think it depends on the way that you run your business, first of all. But I think it's important to take this business off of your personal page. And we can talk about my feelings on that later. But ultimately, you're going to want to put them in your VIP group only because that's where you're going to be posting your weekly releases and the restocks and any type of, challenges or things like that you have going on in your group. And that's not to say that you shouldn't post about your Zaya business on your personal page, okay? But I feel like if you can make it overarching in your day-to-day, like for me, for instance, I do post probably once a week, maybe something about Zaya on my personal, but it's not like, hey, check out my link, or hey, here's our new releases. It's kind of like, hey, this is what I'm doing today as a business owner, running my own business from home. What's your day looking like? Something like that. Okay, so you're gonna want to funnel them into your VIP group. Do not feel like you have to have a lot of inventory to do your launch. I feel like this can be a sticking point for people, especially if you're kind of, if you wanted to do something in person. Don't feel like you have to have all these things to get started. The biggest benefit as reps is that we don't have to have inventory to start our business. Our starter kit, which was $3.95 up until yesterday, now it's $2.95. That is such a blessing for people. That is such a great entry point for people to start their own business. And I think it's helpful for them to see that you don't have to have it all to run a business successfully. So when we're going through this launch today, really hone in on that starter kit. Really show them the excitement that you have from unboxing this kit. And we'll talk about that next. Because I think that is something that's really beautiful about our business. And I think use your newness to your advantage. Use your fact that you don't have to have all this inventory to get started to your advantage. So once you're funneling people into your VIP group, you're going to want to have a welcome post. And I feel like this is where you can share your why. If you want to do that live, you can. If you want to make that into a post, you can. But when we talked about this yesterday about being grounded in your why, that's really, really important going forward. And your network needs to hear that from you. So be genuine, be vulnerable, be authentic. If your why has something to do with, financial freedom or getting yourself out of debt or paying the bills right now for your family while we're going through this crisis, put that in your why. That's going to resonate with somebody else. If your why was, hey, I just want something for me. I'm a busy mom. All I do is mom all day. I want something just for me. Put that in your why. That's going to resonate with somebody else. And so I feel like people are going to be able to relate to you in a way that is authentic, and that's going to help build those relationships. So make sure that you put your why in your VIP group for your launch. Bottom line, as we talked about, is this business is not about selling. It's about building relationships. So when you can come across to other people as relatable in your storytelling, then they're going to remember that, and they're going to know it's so much more than just about the leggings. All right. So post that why or your intro welcome, kind of put it all together. You can pin that in the announcements of your VIP group. All right. Okay. Now we're going to talk about some things that we're going to share during our launch. And I'm going to go over kind of a schedule that I use for my parties, and you can, pick and choose what you want to do with this info, but this is kind of how I like to run mine. So first of all, as a new rep, I think it's the biggest learning curve that I've had, because I also hadn't been in retail before with clothing, was sizing. So I reached out to my upline a lot on sizing information, and now we have these really amazing groups that we talked about yesterday: Zaya Gals, Zaya Life, Zaya Marketing Designs. Those three are fantastic resources to search for sizing, all right? People share their stats, especially in that Marketing Designs group. People will oftentimes post a picture of themselves in something, a certain outfit, and talk about their stats. And if you want to search bra sizing, legging sizing, top sizing, those are great groups to do that in. We have sizing guides in the back office. So what I like to do is pin those sizing guides. And there's also fancier ones in Marketing Designs too. You can search for those there. Just type in sizing guide and they'll pop up. But I like to pin those sizing guides into my group. That way it's an easy reference for people to go back and make sure that, okay, they're kind of looking, and then if they have questions after that, sure, we can go through that, but it's at least a good gauge. And also along those lines, I like to pin our return policy, and I like to be clear and upfront with people about that, especially during your launch, because you're going to have all these brand new customers who have never tried Ziya before. We have a 30-day return policy on all new, unwashed, unworn gear. All right. So I always tell people, get it, try it on, walk around in it or do some squats in it, whatever you need to do, just don't sweat in it, and let me know how it fits. If they need to make an exchange or return, then I let them know, hey, I'm your rep to do that. I will help you with that. Just let me know how things are fitting. And there are tutorials, you guys, in Team Uplift here in Unit 1 on how to process an exchange or return for an item. A couple things to note. Ziya charges a $2 restocking fee on an item that is returned without an exchange. So make sure your customers know that. I always like to offer the exchange first, because 9 times out of 10, if they're, maybe either unhappy with the fit or, I don't know, if something's just not a perfect match for them, you can help find them something else, all right? If their leggings maybe are a little too tight, offer them a different size. If they are not sure about the tank that they have on for running, talk to them about a couple other options. Try and get that exchange going first, because ultimately you want happy customers who keep coming back to you. And then for returns and exchanges, the customer is responsible to send that back to the warehouse. Once the warehouse processes the exchange or return or exchange, they will send your customer the new item. I pay for my customer shipping. You do not have to do that, but I pay for my customers shipping on exchanges back to the warehouse, because I feel like that's a couple bucks out of my pocket. They're getting this new item in exchange that I know they're going to love, and that's going to help them keep coming back to me. So that's an option. You do not have to do that, but you can talk to your upline or your sponsor about how to do that. Okay. All right. So now that we have people in your group, you've pinned your welcome, you've pinned our sizing guides, and you have pinned our return policy, or at least been upfront about our return policy with everybody. Now it's time to start the fun part. And I love starting parties and launches, and I tell my new reps to do this. Take your starter kit that you get in the mail, do a live unboxing of that in your VIP group. I think it is so fun. They can see your excitement. They can see what's all inside. Just being able to open up the packages, and our boxes are so cute. If you haven't got your starter kit yet, the boxes are so nice. Everything is just beautiful inside of there. And I think it's a really neat for your network to see what you get with your starter kit. And maybe you've used your gift card in your initial sign up and enrollment to buy some other pieces. So go ahead and show those, touch them, feel them, hold them up. And you can do a part 2 of this video where you've actually then gone on and tried on a few things, and go live again and just say, hey, okay, I tried on my very first Ziya outfit. Here's what I love about it. Here's why I think you're going to love it too. And then go ahead in the comments of that live video, share your links so that people can go and check it out, all right? Let them know, hey, I've got my launch party set up. You can go to my website, click shop. Here are my sizing recommendations and my styling recommendations, and they can start shopping with you from there. Now, here's what I like to do for my parties. And obviously these are parties that I have with other people. This is not necessarily my launch. So go ahead and kind of pick a schedule that works best for you. But what I really love to do is start my parties on Wednesdays. And maybe you want to do that with your launch. Maybe you even want to start it tomorrow. And let people know, hey, every single Wednesday, we launch new gear at Ziya. How cool is that? I mean, it's been so neat to see that we've been able to take a non-consumable product like a pair of leggings and turn it into a weekly order. I literally have customers who come back every single week to order. And it gives us the best chance as reps to reach out to our customers every single week for something. I mean, no other business gives you that ability. So it's really awesome. My customers love Wednesdays, and I think it's really fun and exciting to start your parties on Wednesdays. So here's kind of my schedule leading up. So usually on a Monday or Sunday, I've been, my hostess and I have been talking a little bit. I've got her group set up. I've got her shopping link set up. And I tell her on Monday, I give her like a little blurb that she can post on Facebook with some photos, and she can start inviting people into our group because they know it's not going to kick off till Wednesday. I don't want people sitting in that group for a bunch of days wondering like, okay, what's happening? There's nothing in this group. So I have my hostess wait till Monday to start adding people in. Then once they're in, I do a welcome video, usually on that Monday later in the day, and let them know what to expect from Zaya, what to expect from this week. And then Tuesdays, I usually do a couple other posts. I will usually do a poll or kind of see who's heard of Zaya before, who hasn't, who's never tried a single piece, what type of activity do you like doing? That helps me as a rep find the perfect fit for you, the perfect style for you. So I kind of like to ask those questions, get them started talking, get them engaged. And then on Wednesdays, that's when we kick off. So I like to Wednesday morning start with my first live, and I do 1 to 2 live videos a day throughout my party, and then intermix some posts in there. But on Wednesdays, I like to start with our entry-level pieces because some of your customers are used to shopping at Lulu or Athleta. They're used to paying a little bit more for leggings, and they're going to love the price point at Zaya. But then you have to remember that some people haven't shopped there before. I was not a Lulu shopper. A lot of your customers may have bought their activewear at Old Navy or at TJ Maxx or wherever they can get it cheap. And so $59 for a pair of leggings for them might be a little bit more, especially if people are budgeting right now. So I like to start with the entry-level pieces. $31 bomber bras. We have tanks in the 20s, in the low 30s. And I do share our light and tights on day one because even though they start at $59, they are the best bang for your buck. All right. If you want to get people hooked on Zaya, get them a pair of light and tights. So I do let people know, hey, you may or may not be used to paying this type of money for a pair of leggings, but here's why you're going to love them. Here's why they're worth every single penny. Because bottom line, you guys, I feel like the issue of price only comes up when value remains unseen. If you can show them the value of these leggings and show them the value as you as their rep, then it's not going to be an issue anymore. So go ahead and start with those basics and get them excited. Then Thursday and the next day of my party, day 2, I like to show comfy cozies. So I like to do our joggers, like our unwind and cozy joggers. Those are my favorites. Any type of, hoodies or jackets, things like that are really great to show. I also like to showcase like our twist tanks and things like that because some people don't work out. Some people just want to look put together. We're all homeschooling right now if we have kids at home. So we are, busy doing that. And I mean, even though I've got hat hair because I'm ready to go for a run after this, I still want to look put together when I've got low network connection. Sorry. Okay, I think we're back. So I want to make sure that I'm sharing some of those pieces on day two. And then the third and final day on Fridays, I like to show dressed up Zaya. Now, granted, we're not going anywhere right now, but we will eventually. So I like to show everywhere pants, our everywhere zipper joggers, peak joggers, any cute jackets like our French terry jackets, our grid bras, things like that, that you can wear to work, you can wear to dinner, you can wear to brunch with your girlfriends, all right? So that's kind of how I like to run my parties. And then I do a last call over the weekend kind of get those orders wrapped up. You really don't need to have it open any longer than a couple days. Otherwise, people lose interest, all right? Now, they're going to be in your VIP group, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow, how to transition that group after your launch. So they're going to be in there going forward, but you still have to give a cutoff for your launch party. Otherwise, it's just going to stay open, okay? People just procrastinate, so got to give them a deadline. Giveaways. You don't have to do a giveaway. I think giveaways are fun, especially as you're kind of building your customer base. Maybe you want to give away a gift card or a promo code in your back office. Maybe you want to, enlist people to host an online party with you, and maybe the first 3 people that commit to an online party get a Havana tank or something like that, or hat. We have so many cute hats right now. So think about that. You're going to want to get into activity quickly. And right now, online activity is kind of the way that we can run our businesses. So the most amount of online events that you can get going right now, I think will put you in a really great spot going forward. And once we can open up to like bag drops and in-home parties, and we'll talk about that tomorrow, okay? Call to action. We're almost done here with our list. Call to action is probably the most important part of your party. I never go into an online event expecting a ton of sales. If and when I get them, it's awesome. That's icing on the cake. But for me, I go into every online event looking for potential hostesses, potential new reps. Obviously, I want to build my customer base, my email base, but I always go in there thinking, okay, who's liking, who's asking questions, who's commenting, who's maybe going to be interested in doing something like this down the road. And so giving that call to action at the end of your launch, saying, okay, we're wrapping up. Here's a couple ways that we can stay connected. You're now here in my VIP group, so you will get to hear from me often, and you'll get to see all of our new releases. You'll get to see our restocks, so you can keep shopping with me as a customer anytime. The second way that you can stay connected with what we're doing at Zaya and earn free and half off gear is by hosting an event. If your wish list is bigger than your budget, let's get you on the calendar. It's super easy, really fun. It's been a great distraction during our social distancing to get all my girlfriends online and let me share my favorite brand, and you get hostess rewards. All right, so that's the second way. Third, and my favorite way to stay connected with Zaya is to do what I do as a rep. If you think that, if you're interested in, starting something new, if you're interested in starting a side hustle right now, if you live in activewear like I do and you just want a discount, message me. Let's chat a little bit more about what this business opportunity looks like. Our starter kit just came to a lower entry point yesterday, so it's a really great time to get started. Let's have that conversation. So kind of do that call to action and use your upline for support in this. If you feel like as a new rep, you struggle with sponsoring or you're not sure how to talk to somebody about the business opportunity, use your upline for that, okay? Last but not least, you're going to want to follow up during your launch with the people who are in your group. You're going to see this a lot where people aren't super engaged. And that's okay. They're watching what you're doing. They're getting the notifications, but maybe now is not a good time for them. Maybe they can't really afford anything non-essential right now. Maybe, they're just kind of blinders on trying to get through the day. All right. So meet people where they are. Be sensitive to that. Be empathetic to that. And they'll remember that you were that way to them, that you weren't just trying to sell them leggings, in the middle of a crisis, okay? So reach out to the people in your group. Thank them for taking the time to stop by and check it out. Let them know that you appreciate their support. And if they have any friends that they think would be interested in our gear, to go ahead and invite them to your group too, and just offer your support as their stylist, as their activewear concierge, to help with sizing or styling and help them pick out the perfect gear for whatever the day brings for them, okay? All right, I think that's it for you guys. Let's see. Tomorrow, we are chatting momentum and kind of the next steps to carry us through the launch. and what that's going to look like going forward. So I hope that you stay tuned in tomorrow for day 3, and we'll get you off and running. Have a great day, you guys.